Good morning. We are talking to Mrs. Mlotshwa from Destiny Learning Center. Today we are going to do mathematics. We are going to do decimals, mathematics for grade 5s. We are going to learn about decimals, addition of decimals. Before we go to the addition of decimals, we are going to start from what is a decimal. We are going to define a decimal. A decimal is a number that has a comma. It has a comma. This is a decimal. For example, I can give you, for example, if you say 3,6, this is a decimal. 0,02, a decimal. 7,8 is a decimal. It is characterized by a comma. That's what it has. What is the abacus representation of a decimal? The decimal has a unit. It has a comma, remember. It has this, it has 110, 100, 1,000. This is the abacus of a decimal. For example, I can have a 7 here, comma, you have a 2, you have a 3, you have a 5. What it means is 7 is the whole number here. This one is the whole number. These ones are they are partly fractions because this is 2 over 10. This one is 3 over 100. This one is 5 over 1,000. If I can give you 7,235. This number, this is a whole number. But here the whole number is 7. So this is the difference between the two. This is a decimal. This is how you identify a decimal, and this is how you identify a whole number. There the whole number is 7,235, while this side the whole number is 7. These ones are just fractions. It's not 7,235. It's 7, 2 tenths, 3 over 100, 5 over 1,000. Then. Okay, so now let's go to addition of decimals. When you are adding decimals, you must make sure the commas are in line. Make sure our commas are in line. For example, if I say we are adding 3,35 plus 7,27. So you come here, make sure the decimals are in line. So you have your unit, 110, 100th there. So we put our 3,35. And then you come back 7,27, and then you add. I always say you must make sure your sum goes down. Bring it down so that you are able to add it. And make sure these commas are in line. Make sure the commas are in line. Here you have 2 numbers after the comma, 2 numbers after the comma. Your answer must have 2 numbers after the comma, and the commas must be in line. So we start adding. 5 plus 7, it's 12. You put down 2, you carry 1. And then you say 3 plus 2, that is 5, plus 1, 6. Our next is a comma. Remember, if you forget the comma, your answer is wrong. Because we said here 7,235 and 7,235. These numbers are not the same. This is 7, this one is 7,235. So here you come, you add 3 plus 7, you get 10. So your answer becomes 10,62. If you leave out the comma, if you get an answer as 10,1062, this answer becomes wrong. Why? Because when there is a comma, it means that here we have our whole number as 10, and this number is 1062. Let me give you another example where we are adding. Let's add 7,7 plus 9,37. This is another example. Remember, we said when we are adding the decimals, we add like normal addition. Like what we do, we start from our right side there. So we say 5 plus 7, 12, 2, carry 1. 7 plus 3, 10 plus 1, 11, 1, carry 1. Remember the comma is important there. 9 plus 7, 16 plus 1, 17. Then you get your answer. Your answer becomes 17,12. Remember, when you are dealing with decimals, know that it has a comma. So make sure in mathematics we talk about being approximate. Make sure that your answer is correct all the time. If you leave out the comma, your answer becomes wrong. And remember, our abacus has a unit. It has a tenth, 100th, 1000 and it has a comma. So when you are adding, make sure the commas are in line, and make sure that when you are doing your working goes down, so that you are able to add correctly. If also you are carrying, if you are carrying your number, you can carry it below, or others can carry on top, depending whether you are able to remember. Remember that your carried number, you must add it as well when you are adding. So when you are dealing with decimals, you do proper addition like any other number, but the only thing that you must make sure is correct is your commas are in line. Make sure that you do not forget the comma, and make sure that you have placed your abacus well, your sum goes down, so that you are able to have your answer correct. I hope that you were able to understand our sum, and you're able to understand our work today. Remember that decimals are numbers that have a comma. You must deal with them appropriately, and don't forget the comma. Commas must be in line all the time. I hope you understood the lesson.